Hi Flosstube, it's Heather, the Imperfectly Perfect Stitcher. How are you? It's been probably another month. I didn't even check, but I thought I'd get a quick video in before babies start coming. I've got a couple due any day now, which is exciting, but we all know how that can go. So here I am. Please excuse all of this. I've been cleaning and working and kind of hot and sweaty, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks as usual. Last week, the big one was on spring break. So he was home with me, which was fun. But sorry for the bumping. But we were definitely ready for him to go back, and he was ready. He likes routines and rhythms, so he kind of thrives in school. What else? The little one, you know, he just has been doing his thing. He's napping, which is why I get to film. So nice that everybody's back in school. Not much else has been going on. My husband has been working, which is awesome. But we are trying to get used to a new morning and afternoon routine, and you know, keeps me busy. I also want to say a huge thank you. I've got a couple of thank yous. First of all, if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. If you're back, thank you for coming back and subscribing. And then you guys have also been keeping me super busy with my Etsy shop, with my needle minders. So I decided to move from Facebook to Etsy. And I know I said in the beginning I wasn't interested in that, but for me, it's really hard to maintain a business on Facebook. They keep changing their algorithms, and I feel like they're making it a little bit harder for small businesses to succeed, because you have to have a lot of engagement in your group in order to get those posts bumped up to the members, you know, like in their feeds. So I can post something and not every member of that group will see it. So it was just really hard to maintain, and I personally don't have enough time to post 3 or 4 to 5 times a day to get the engagement up. I've got too much going on at this stage in my life, and Etsy is making things a lot easier for me. So I can just list the minders, and people are finding it. Large part and due to Michelle Vindy Stitchy. So thank you very much for supporting me and sending people my way. Also, you know, and I won't make this whole channel about the needle minders, but just a couple of quick things. If you are doing the Eliza Bellcox salve that starts on June 1st, I have a needle minder on my Etsy shop specifically for that, but anybody can buy it, even if you're not doing that salve. It's super cute. I'll leave the link below, of course. And keep your eyes open and watch that shop, because I've got a ton of stuff coming. It just takes time. I've got a ton of ideas. So thank you. All of last week, I was incredibly busy making minders and sending them out. I think I had one day where I sent out like 7 packages, and I'm getting to know my mailman really well. So thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. And, you know, if you don't know a little bit about why I started the minder business, I'm looking for a way to generate some side income so I can start taking some classes so I can support my moms better with lactation support and childbirth education. And I'm just now getting to a point where I can start setting aside some of the profit. You know, at the beginning, any money I made went straight back into supplies, but I'm slowly starting to be able to kind of hoard a little bit away. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm hoping by the end of this year, I'll at least be signed up for a class, even if I have to take it next year. So thank you. Yay. Okay, stitching. I have some things to show you. I don't have a lot of haul. I actually questioned filming today because I do have quite a bit of stuff coming. But you know what? I can't guarantee that I can film next week. And secret, I break the cardinal rule. If I get something in the mail and I want to use it, I use it. I don't wait to show you guys. I'll show you while it's in use. Sorry. Shh. Don't hate me. So I do have some progress to show you, and I have a start finish since the last time you saw me. So let's start with the start finish. If you follow me on Instagram, thank you very much. You've already seen this, but I'll show it again. This is, if you know, and we all do, Andrea Stitches in Colorado. This was the Sal for her birthday. This is from the Punch, Needle, and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is Frida. I don't have the pattern to show you because, one, it's over there. I loved stitching her, and I was monogamous. When I started stitching her, I started her on March 21st and finished her on April, or March 25th, one of those days, and finished her on April 2nd, yesterday. So I've gotten a lot of comments on Instagram about this fabric, and this fabric was actually gifted to me by, her handle is Wide-Eyed Stitching Child, so if you find her on Instagram, I don't think she's got a Flosstube. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself. But she actually was the one who sent me a lot of supplies to get my needle minder business started, which I love. Most of those creepy ones, like the keys and the gravestones and the skulls, she sent me a bunch. And as soon as that supplier is back up in business, I'll get more. But she also sent me a couple cuts of fabric, and this was one of them. This is from Ship's Manor. This appears to be, when he was doing Fabric of the Month, his July prim. It's a 32 count Jobelin. So the smallest holes I've worked with, but really, I didn't really find it that challenging. It was just like any other even weave or linen. And I kept the colors pretty much the same, except for if you are an eagle eye, you will notice that I did change out the color of the parrot a little bit. With this being a blue and there being so much blue in it, I'll tell you the bottom of her dress, and you probably won't be able to see it, right there is a different like teal blue green, and if they blend when these two blues are put together, they blend in too much. So I was afraid that I was afraid that if this wing was called for this darker blue, and I was afraid that next to the green and the parrot and the blue in his face, it would just disappear. So I made his wing pink, and I think he came out cute. Everything else is called for. This bright blue, I forgot what it was supposed to be, but I changed it to a brighter, so I used 3848, and I'm very happy with this. You can tell I love it because I won't put it down. This is going to be a gift for my son's teacher. He's in a Spanish immersion school, and Frida Kahlo is taught about, and they talk about her. And he's obsessed with all things, any Spanish-speaking country. He's obsessed with finding out all about the culture right now, which is pretty cool. So he suggested that I give this to her, and I think that's a great idea. Teacher appreciation is coming up as well as the end of the year, so I'll pick one of those. But so pretty. I kind of enjoyed being the monogamous stitcher. Towards the end, I got a little bored, but then I was super close, so I couldn't stop. But I'm finding this year not pressuring myself to change projects as often. It works for me. So, okay, so that was the start finish. Progress. In my last video, I talked a lot about, I'm not going to show it because I didn't progress any, excuse me, on my donut stitch and trying to get a page finish. Well, that didn't happen because I found Frida and went with that. I'll get donut done at some point. I did get a little bit done on my Frosted Pumpkin Woodland Sampler. You've probably all seen this. The last time you saw this, if I have time to edit this, I'll put a picture about here. If not, you won't see a picture, but just know that I was done with January and half of February. And I finished the February block. That's as far as I am. I had half a thought to try to make this my own personal Sal, but then immediately I didn't want to work on it. I may try to catch up, do March and April this month, just to have a little kind of mini finish before Mania, which I'll talk about shortly. But, you know, pretty cute. This is a Charles Craft Irish linen, 28 count. It's really see-through. It's pretty much more see-through than anything I've worked with. See right through it there. So I have to be really careful about carrying threads because this is one of the only, this is the only full coverage block. So I have to just be careful of that, but pretty cute. They don't take long to stitch up. The March one is really short and sweet. April might take a little longer. I want to get down to my birthday, July, because he's the fox and he's so cute. So there you go. Other progress. Sorry for the rustling. I worked on my Halloween Quaker. Again, if I try to block that light, sorry. If I have time to edit, I'll put a picture here where it was last time. Here is where I'm at now. So made some good progress on this. There was a couple of days there where I just got on a kick and couldn't stop. So I think since the last time you've seen this, I'm trying to remember, was this guy done? I don't think he was done. He caused me quite a bit of pain. I got a half a stitch off on the inside part here, and I had to frog out almost all of it to fix it, but it turned out great. I've done the two pumpkins and these little guys, and down here starts the Halloween town. I should probably show you what it's supposed to look like, right? Not that you guys haven't seen this, but this is what it'll look like finished. So, you know, I'm like right here. And then I did the moon and the broom, so the witch is next. I've been itching to get back to this. We'll see. I haven't quite figured out what my thoughts for April are, because when I talk about my Mania plan, you'll know why. I'm debating on either getting a lot of progress done on some big pieces or trying to get some of my littler pieces done. I don't know. We all know me and plans. They don't work out too well. So whatever happens will happen. I had notes at some point, but... And I think that's... Oh no, I'm going to show you. So I finished... Today is April 3rd, and I finished Frida on April 2nd. Last night. Or yesterday morning. So last night I decided to bust out my Satsuma Street Pretty Little Paris, which will look like this. And the last time you saw this, I only had Big Ben done. And just in like an hour or two last night, sorry, there's like something crazy going on outside my door. And just in an hour or two last night, I started outlining the Eiffel Tower. Right now it looks like a little bit like the Seattle Space Needle, but once I fill in the blue here. So, oh, I haven't been talking about needle minders. Sorry. So yeah, this I think will be, the Eiffel Tower will be a quick stitch. The bridge under here is like just rows and rows and rows of solid. This is intended as a gift for my best friend. I already missed her housewarming, so I'm hoping to get it done by her birthday in August. My first thought, knowing I'm going into Mania, is to try to get as much of this done, so after Mania I can just kind of finish it and not have to worry about it anymore, but we'll see. But I like it. It's fun to stitch so far. It's got a lot of bright, pretty colors. You know, no back stitching, none of that. So it goes by fairly quickly. This needle minder is one of mine. I don't have any in my shop. I found it in little unicorn cameo. If there's interest, I can go get more. Okay. Oh, this is going to be quick. Cool. And then finally, so about 2 weeks ago, I was watching YouTube on the TV, and this sun right here Can't see him too well, but that's okay. He's the one that's in the Spanish immersion. And so he was watching Flosstube with me. Cupcake Stitcher was on. If you're not watching her, you should. I like her. And she showed her Day of the Dead piece. And my son said, Mom, I really want you to stitch that for me. Well, it's a freaking gigantic full coverage. So I hunted her down on Facebook, on Stitch Mania, to find the link to the shop. And it was a very inexpensive chart. So I went and bought it. I mean, it's gorgeous. But it's a chart. And so I explained to him, you're probably going to be like 7, 8, or 9 before I finish this. Are you sure you want me to go after it? And he said, yes. It doesn't matter because I love it and I kind of wanted to stitch it anyways. So I got the very tiniest of starts right here. I'm trying something new with this full coverage. I'm going to try to stitch by page, cross country by color. Yeah, that's how big this thing is going to be. Just to try something new. I've never done that before. And this first page especially has it's all background or her hair or a combo or something. So it's got a lot of big blocks of color. Stitching it on purple, I just tossed this in some purple Rit for 5 seconds and then took it out and dried it and got this. The reason I'm doing purple is I am stitching also that I haven't touched in months and months and months now, a very large space piece that has a ton of black. This has a ton of black. And I'm stitching that on white, and I loathe the coverage. So I wanted something a little bit darker. The only thing I worry about is when I get to her face and all the whites, but I think it might look a little cool. And then when I go to frame it, there'll be a little bit of purple on the edges, and so I think it'll look really nice. And, if it doesn't, I don't care. I like it. So we'll see. It's going to be huge. Okay, so Mania. So I have been hemming and hawing and going back and forth. I don't know what I want to do for Mania. I know I don't want to do 18 new starts. I know I don't even want to do 5 new starts. Way too much I want to get through. I love every single one of my pieces. Quick rabbit hole. I've been watching a lot of Stitchers destash. If they're not in love with the project right now or anymore at all, they're destashing it, which is great. And I was thinking about doing that, but I went through my stuff and I want to finish every single thing I've started. So I'm not there yet. So what I'm trying to do is limit my starts. One big start I have planned is Castles in the Air by Long Dog. McKenna has messed me up with that forever. Long Dog Samplers. And now I'm thinking this might be my birthday start in July. My birthday's July 2nd. So right after Mania, I can start something. I think that might be a good choice. I have a fabric from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. It shipped. Woo! I ordered that sucker back in the end of February, so I'm very excited. It's a sparkly opalescent blue. So yeah. So this is the only start I have planned. Going back to Mania. So I've been going back and forth. And on my last video, Michelle Bendy Stitchy said, hey, Kelly, Ann and I are doing a Heaven and Earth Design Mania. We should just do that. Ding, ding, ding. Perfect. So now I just have to decide how I want to do that. So I'm going to talk to Michelle and see what she's doing. Not that I have to copy her, but I don't know if I want to do a monogamous Mania. I have Owl Family Portrait. I have Heather, which needs to be restarted. Because I don't like the coverage. I started her 2/1 on 25 count, and I don't like it. It's too thick. So I'm going to do her 1/1 on 25 count. And I just need to frog out that little square and start again. So she can kind of be like a new start. Owl Family Portrait, I'm ready to start a new page. That'll almost be like a new start. And then I also have, so this is Heather. This is the one I need to restart. I also have this one. Yeah. I also have this Underwater Paradise that I literally only have that much done on. So that could be like a new start. So kind of technically I could do like 3 new starts. I can add in Day of the Dead and then do 1 a week. I also have my donut stitch, which is technically full coverage. So I could do 2 a week, but I kind of like the idea of 1 piece every week of Mania. I don't know. I just look. So Mania starts on Tuesday, May 1st, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually 5 weeks, not full weeks. Starts on a Tuesday. So for those 5 days, I could work on 1. And then there's 3 full weeks, and then another Sunday through Friday. So technically, I mean, if I wanted to do 1 in a calendar week, I could do 5. So that might be good. I think I might do that. So that'll be fun. I'm not super good at like blogging daily type of stuff because I never know what I'm going to be doing every day in my life. So, I may do like a very quick at the end of this month Mania plans, like here are my 5, this is where I'm at. So I have a kind of a fun record to look back on after. But I think that might be it. Okay, the last thing I have is in my last video, I announced a giveaway for this guy. This is something I won back in Mania last year. And was going to stitch it just because I didn't have anything else, but I clearly have a ton of stuff. So I said if you were interested in this kit, to just leave a comment with the word angel in it. You're going to have to trust me on this because it's on another screen on my camera and I don't know how to share screens, split screens. Technology is not usually my friend. But I did my random comment generator link that I did, and the winner of this kit is Link is my homeboy. So Link, I think her name is Heather also, pretty sure. So if you see this before I get a chance to comment, message me your address. I'm at the post office quite a lot now. I can get this out to you. I can send it Thursday. So today is Tuesday the 2nd. So Thursday the 4th, pending a birth. I have a mom that is 41 weeks today. So she will literally have a baby any minute. And I've got another one due tomorrow. So pending any birth, I'll get this to you on Thursday when I'm at the post office anyways. If not, it'll be like ASAP. Like I said, now with my needle minder business, I'm at the post office a lot. I don't always trust them to come pick up when they say they're going to pick up. So I just would rather go down there. But I think that's all I have. I was trying to think. I really don't have any haul, you guys. That's crazy. Yeah, that's it. I've been pretty boring stitching wise. So that's all I have. I do these kind of once a month-ish. I say a lot, so there you go. I play with my hair too much. It is what it is. I just want to thank you guys again for your support. You guys have been phenomenal. With my needle minder business, with following me on Instagram. I'm so ecstatic. I just surpassed about 300 subscribers on YouTube. I have something fairly big planned for when I get to 500 subscribers. It's going to be a very nice giveaway, in my opinion. So if you aren't subscribed, hit that, because the sooner I get to 500, the sooner I can give things away. I'm going to kind of follow Mindy Stitchy's lead and kind of support some of the Flosstubers businesses. It's mostly going to be a bag of my favorite things from my favorite Flosstubers. So stay tuned. As soon as we hit 500, I'll do that. We got a while to go, but just kind of wanted to put that teaser out there. So that's all I have. I'll be back in a couple of weeks, probably 4, because that's just how it works out. And hopefully I have some progress, some Stitch Mania plans, and then hopefully I can get through a lot of my full coverage, which would be exciting. All right, you guys, I'll stop rambling. Have a great rest of your week. Happy stitching. That's all. Bye.